Generic ideation validation process in architecture. How to validate your idea. Idea validation is the process of gathering evidence around ideas through experimentation to make fast, informed, and de-risked decisions. Now, the purpose of idea validation is to expose the practicality of any idea, to look into the flaws and cons of any particular idea. New ideas have unpredictable elements, and some of them can go wrong and might destroy your plans. Hence, idea validation is a very important process to study the cons and disadvantages any new idea might bring. Let us understand the factors that contribute to the success of any idea. Validation is a continuous process for improving your idea to constantly evolve and not stop with the first assumption. Even if you had a real problem and a validated solution for it, there are other aspects that might need to be validated as you develop and progress through your idea. Adopter categories and social systems. How appealing is your idea to the relevant user group? Compatibility. Is your idea perceived to be consistent with the needs of potential adopters? Relative advantage. Is the idea perceived to outperform competition? How is it perceived to be better? Is it actually better? Complexity. Is the idea easy to understand or does it require a new knowledge, a skill set? Triability. Can your offering be experimented before making a purchase? Observability. Are the benefits of your offering visible to others? These are the factors that need to be looked into before validating any idea. There are 4 steps to idea validation. First one being define your goal. Just like any idea management related activity, validation starts with defining your goals. In this stage, you will decide what you want to learn and what aspect to validate. Your goal can be one of the following. For example, problem. Is your problem true or worth solving? Solution. Is your product or offer going to solve the problem? Features. How do the core features of your product work? The second step being develop a hypothesis. After you have defined your goal for idea validation, it is time to develop a hypothesis based on that goal. A useful hypothesis is a testable statement which often includes a prediction. The key here is to start from the most critical assumption, that is the one that's most likely to fail and would also have the direct consequences. What would have to be true for the idea to be feasible? The third step in the idea validation process is experimenting and revision. Once you have developed a hypothesis, you can actually start validating that assumption by running experiments. The point of experimentation is to find the fastest way to test your assumption in practice. An experiment is a test or a series of tests that measure the effect of the hypothesis and reveal whether or not you should proceed with your idea. And the final step is validate and develop. In this stage, you should confirm your assumption to be either valid or invalid. If your idea has potential and the most critical assumption is correct, you can start refining your idea. Although validation isn't always a guarantee of success, it is the execution that matters. Having validated the most critical assumptions and using the data you have gathered in the validation process will definitely help when you start developing and implementing your ideas. Let us look at the conclusion. 3 main insights from this video is to draft your questions, set your target audience, and get detailed responses. Draft questions under a wide range of categories. Select the type of answers you want from different styles: MCQs, reasoning, rank order. Now, coming to the target audience. Select the range of demographics and other criteria required for your target audience. You will have quick and verified results from this process. getting detailed responses. Once all your data is collected, you will have a proper report, expert insights from professionals. Idea validation is done to minimize the risk of implementing ideas that no one is willing to pay for. The purpose of idea validation is to make sure that product or business idea has potential and most critical assumptions regarding your idea are valid. The point is to find the fastest and the least expensive way to test your assumptions so that you can decide whether you're going to proceed with the idea or not. What makes validation difficult is that often your assumptions are different from real challenges because there are tons of different aspects you can validate. The ability to identify the most significant ones requires a systematic approach. I hope this video gave you an insight to the entire process of idea validation. Thank you so much.